The world knew Elon Musk as a man who looked only forward toward Mars, toward AI, toward the endless horizon of human potential. But on a quiet autumn morning, as the leaves swirled over the marble steps of the John F. Kennedy Presidential Library, Elon Musk walked inside, not as the visionary billionaire or the restless inventor, but as a man searching for something he couldn't yet name. He had been invited for a private event, something small, something ceremonial. But to Elon, it was more than that. For months, he'd been feeling a gnawing emptiness, a sense that despite all his achievements, something in his purpose had gone hollow. SpaceX was soaring, Tesla was thriving, yet every night he'd lie awake, feeling the weight of a question he couldn't answer: what's all this for? As he stepped into the library, the scent of polished wood and aging paper filled the air. It was strangely comforting, like stepping into history's heartbeat. His footsteps echoed across the marble floor as he followed a guide through exhibits filled with black and white photographs: Kennedy at the podium, Kennedy with the Apollo astronauts, Kennedy gazing at the stars long before humanity reached them. The guide paused at a display of handwritten notes, Kennedy's drafts for his famous "We choose to go to the moon" speech. Elon's eyes lingered on the crossed-out words, the rewrites, the human struggle behind the perfection of a single moment. He whispered under his breath, he wasn't just giving a speech. He was lighting a fire. The guide smiled softly. President Kennedy believed that humanity's reach should always exceed its grasp. He didn't live to see it, but his words carried us there. Elon nodded, but something deeper stirred within him. He asked if he could spend some time alone, and the guide obliged, leaving him in the dimly lit hall surrounded by relics of courage and vision. He wandered toward a quieter section of the library, a restricted archive filled with Kennedy's personal journals and correspondences. A curator recognized him and, perhaps swayed by his reverence, offered to show him something rarely seen. From a glass case, she retrieved a small, leather-bound journal, its pages yellowed and fragile. This was found among President Kennedy's private notes, she said. He wrote this a few months before his death. Elon took it with the care one might use to hold an ancient artifact. As he opened it, he found a passage written in Kennedy's elegant script. The goal is not to reach the stars, but to remind mankind that it was born to strive toward them. If one day our children walk on other worlds, let it not be for conquest, but for wonder. Elon froze. Those words cut through him like light through fog. For years, he had spoken about colonizing Mars, saving humanity, ensuring survival, but in Kennedy's words, he felt something he'd forgotten: wonder. He read on. Kennedy had written about the loneliness of leadership, the price of vision, and